And you thought Best Actress was chaos last week. Along comes Lily Gladstone and throws another delightful spanner in the works. For years, I published my video for my Best Actress predictions last week with zero mention of Lily Gladstone because here's me thinking, oh yeah, she's a shoo-in for Best Supporting Actress, and then she goes and announces that she's campaigning for lead. Just my luck. Hey up everyone, so with the announcement that Lily Gladstone has decided to campaign herself for lead actress for her performance in Killers of the Flower Moon, I wanted to make a quick discussion video on it to discuss what it means for Best Actress and what it means for Best Supporting Actress. I wanted to give you my thoughts because I have a lot of them. This announcement did come as a bit of a surprise, not just for me, but the entire Oscar pundit community on film Twitter. We'd all collectively reached a consensus that Lily Gladstone was kind of the unofficial frontrunner for Best Supporting Actress for her performance as Mollie Burkhart in Martin Scorsese's The Killers of the Flower Moon. But as of yesterday, it was announced that she would officially be campaigning for lead actress. This was surprising because it did seem like Lily Gladstone had an easy pathway to victory in the supporting actress category. Nobody else in the supporting actress category seemed like that big of a threat to her. Not Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, not America Ferrera in Barbie, not Jodie Foster in Nyad, or Davine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. Gladstone received universal praise for her performance after the film made its premiere at the Cannes Film Festival and managed to sustain frontrunner status for supporting actress since May, which is no small feat when you consider only a handful of people have actually seen Killers of the Flower Moon, because the film hasn't been to any other big festivals. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon at the Cannes Film Festival and it ended up being my favorite film of the festival. And like I said in my review for that film, Gladstone's performance perfectly straddles the line between a leading performance and a supporting performance. Even back in May, I was certain that Gladstone would get an Oscar nomination for this performance, but I was torn, would she go supporting or lead? My hunch was supporting because I thought she would have a better chance there. Gladstone plays Mollie Burkhart, who is the indigenous wife of Leonardo DiCaprio's character Ernest. And while the main plot of the film is driven by Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro's characters' actions, she is still very central to the plot. Ernest and his uncle William, played by Robert De Niro, are playing a long con on the people of Fairfax by marrying into the indigenous families so they can finagle their way to claim the land and oil rights should they pass away unexpectedly. And of course, Ernest does this by marrying Mollie. She is central to the story because she is at the epicenter of it all. She's the main victim and witness to all the criminal activity that's happening to her people. There is also a lot of focus on the romance between her and Ernest. It is a crime story, but it's also a love story. It's her relationship to Ernest and their genuine love for one another which creates the internal conflict of Ernest later in the film when he's torn between loyalties. Without her, we wouldn't get that conflict from Leonardo DiCaprio's character later in the film. So yeah, while she might be a passive spectator to the crime storyline, she is still pivotal to the love story. So there is a concrete argument that Lily Gladstone manages to simultaneously be both a leading performance and a supporting performance in this film. And she has ample screen time to justify being a lead character, but some might view her more as supporting. The thing is, with award season, most people like to play the odds of where they think they'll have the better shot of winning. And that usually means seeing a leading performance being downgraded to a supporting one. It's why discussions of category fraud come up for Oscar-winning performances like Alicia Vikander in The Danish Girl, Viola Davis in Fences, Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Mahershala Ali in Green Book. I've actually written a piece on category fraud for Film Hounds. If you want to hear my thoughts on the subject, I'll pop the link in the video description down below. Go check it out. But for those of you wondering, there is no category fraud at play here for Lily Gladstone, in my opinion. Gladstone is one of the few exceptions where there is a sound argument for both lead and supporting. If you've seen Killers of the Flower Moon, do you agree? Do you disagree? Is she a lead? Is she supporting? Let me know in the comment section below. So when there's enough ambiguity surrounding a performance, I do think it should just come down to the actor's own personal choice to decide whether they want to go lead or supporting. And I think that's what happened here with Lily Gladstone. She had a choice and she decided to go lead, which is very interesting to me because the supporting actress pathway certainly seemed like the easier route to victory for her, but she still chose to go leading despite the competition being far stiffer in that category. The question is though, why? Why make it harder on yourself? This is actually a very similar situation to Michelle Williams' Oscar strategy campaign for The Fabelmans last year. After the debut of The Fabelmans at TIFF last year, Michelle Williams was kind of selected on film Twitter and the Oscar pundits community as the unofficial frontrunner for Best Supporting Actress that year. But a few weeks later, film Twitter was blindsided by the fact that she announced that she was going to campaign herself for lead actress. Some were calling this category fraud, and I do think there was an argument to be made that Michelle Williams was a supporting player in The Fabelmans. That's just my opinion, but that's a topic for another video. But the reason that Michelle Williams was adamant about being campaigned for Best Actress rather than supporting is because she fundamentally believed that she was a lead character. She was the first person at the top of the call sheet every day. She was the first name on the marketing for everything. She was top billed. So yeah, she believed that she should be in Best Actress. She could have had an easier route with supporting actress, like she was a 4-time Oscar nominee, kind of seen as overdue, tipped as the early frontrunner. Like she could have taken the easier pathway, but she didn't. She chose to go the harder route with much stiffer competition with Michelle Yeoh and Cate Blanchett that year, knowing very well she probably wasn't going to win, but she still did it anyway. So one has to admire Michelle Williams for not taking the easier pathway. And the same has to be said about Lily Gladstone, because she is facing some seriously fierce competition this year with Emma Stone in Poor Things, Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall, Greta Lee in Past Lives, Anjanou Ellis-Taylor in Origin, Fantasia Barrino in The Color Purple, and Margot Robbie in Barbie. Maybe Lily Gladstone is like Michelle Williams and fundamentally believes that she is meant to be in the lead category. And maybe it's not about winning for Gladstone. Maybe it's about pride. Maybe she wants the pride of being the first ever Native American woman to be nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role at the Oscars. It's not been done before. Maybe she wants that legacy. Regardless of whether it was lead or supporting, it is an amazing accomplishment nonetheless, but I can understand that desire of wanting to be in the lead category rather than supporting. And yet, if she manages to get into Best Actress and doesn't win, she'll still always have the legacy of being the first ever Native American woman to be nominated for Best Actress at the Oscars. Of course, we have seen other Indigenous women being nominated in the Best Actress category, but not specifically Native Americans. As Clayton Davis pointed out in the Variety article, there have been 3 Indigenous women nominated for Best Actress. Mel Oberon for The Dark Angel in 1935, Keisha Castle-Hughes in Whale Rider in 2003, and Yalitza Aparicio for Roma in 2018. Those women are British, Kiwi, and Mexican respectively. So perhaps to Lily Gladstone, getting the nomination in lead actress is more important to her than winning in supporting. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for Lily Gladstone going lead, because she's certainly not made it any easier on herself to win. I do think she is less likely to win in Best Actress though, because the competition this year is so stacked. And comparatively to some of her other hopeful prospective Best Actress nominees, she isn't the driving force in her film as compared to, say, Emma Stone, who very much is Poor Things, Sandra Hüller very much is Anatomy of a Fall, Greta Lee very much is Past Lives, and Margot Robbie very much is Barbie, okay? All of their films are centered around and driven by their characters. Lily Gladstone, on the other hand, whilst being central to the plot, she doesn't drive the plot forward, okay? She isn't Killers of the Flower Moon as compared to the ladies that I just mentioned. That's not to say if she gets the nomination that she can't win it, but comparatively to her other prospective nominees, I think some voters will think that the other lead performances are more dominant forces in their films as opposed to Lily Gladstone in hers. But who knows? Maybe Apple and Paramount Pictures are feeling very confident in what they've got. The early reviews for Killers of the Flower Moon were glowing, and pundits are anticipating that this will be one of the most nominated films of the 2024 Oscar season, myself included. Maybe they're feeling confident that Killers could be an award sweeper, and they decided to go bold because they're anticipating an Everything Everywhere All at Once level of windfall when it comes to collecting trophies. So what does it all mean for Best Actress then? Well, I think it means that somebody from my last prediction video is getting squeezed out. Ever since I saw Killers of the Flower Moon, I had that instinctual gut feeling that Lily Gladstone was gonna get a nomination for this performance, regardless of category. The film is just just too good. It's Scorsese at the top of his game. It's gonna get a bunch of technical nominations, and it's definitely gonna get some acting nominations as well. I'm predicting there to be a triptych of nominations for DiCaprio, De Niro, and Gladstone. There is no way that Lily Gladstone does not come as part of Killers of the Flower Moon's Oscar nominations package. But the question is, who does she squeeze out? In my last Best Actress predictions video, I had Emma Stone, Sandra Hüller, Greta Lee, Carey Mulligan, and Annette Bening in my 5th spot. Logic dictates that Gladstone would knock Annette Bening out and she would take... Actually, I wouldn't put her in the 5th spot. I would put Gladstone as my 4th spot. Yeah, for me, it's currently going Emma Stone, Sandra Hüller, Greta Lee, then Lily Gladstone, and then Carey Mulligan. But who knows? Maybe if the Academy is feeling that Annette Bening is overdue for another nomination, maybe she does get in and she squeezes out Carey Mulligan instead. And I was saying in my previous Best Actress predictions video, I can't really see a world where Bradley Cooper gets nominated for Best Actor for Maestro and Carey Mulligan doesn't get a Best Actress nomination for the same film. Like, those two performances just seem so intrinsic to each other. Like, they just kind of have to be nominated together, but in different categories. But yeah, now I'm actually entertaining the idea that maybe Bradley Cooper gets the Best Actor nom, but Carey Mulligan misses, and that just seems very strange to me. That is the thing now, with Gladstone going for lead actress, I can see a world where Carey Mulligan misses. Mulligan doesn't feel as safe to me as Greta Lee, Sandra Hüller, or Emma Stone. And we're still waiting for Fantasia Barrino to knock our socks off with The Color Purple and add even more chaos to this category. Yep, that's right, more? Best Actress really is chaos. How am I supposed to decide between all these incredible leading lady performances? But yeah, I have to see Gladstone getting into this. I actually think she's more of a lock than Greta Lee and Sandra Hüller. Really, I should have her as my 2nd position. But yeah, her and Emma Stone feel like they should be locks for this category. Who knows, we could be looking at a battle of the Stones between Emma Stone and Lily Gladstone. Emma Stone is still my number 1 for this category, but it will be interesting to see how the nominations shape up in the precursors and who starts winning what and where. But for now, I'm gonna put Lily Gladstone at number 4 because I think the other 3 have more of a prominent role in their films, so they feel more like certified leads than Lily Gladstone does. But I still think she is a lead and legitimate in this category. But I'm gonna wait and see how it goes. I could end up putting Lily Gladstone higher. We're gonna just wait and see how the race goes. Also, a fun Oscars fact, we are hypothetically looking at a year where all 5 of our Best Actress nominees could also be in Best Picture contenders, okay? That hasn't happened since 1978, and also it's only happened 3 times in Oscars history, 1978, 1941, and 1940. Could 2024 be a year where we see it happen again? All 5 Best Actress nominees are also in Best Picture contenders. What do you think? Let me know in that comment section down below. So we've talked about what this means for Best Actress, so should we talk about what it means now for Best Supporting Actress? Like last year, at this point, it's anybody's guess. Michelle Williams' absence in this category last year lit the pathway for a freeway race between Kerry Condon, Angela Bassett, and Jamie Lee Curtis, with Jamie Lee Curtis proving victorious. This time last year, I had no idea that Jamie Lee Curtis would go on to win Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars, and right now, I've got no idea who's winning it next year either. I've got no clue who the new unofficial frontrunner for Best Supporting Actress is. I'll do a deep dive discussion video on this category soon, but there is space now for someone unexpected, like Jamie Lee Curtis last year, to sneak up out of nowhere. Out of all the performances I've seen so far, the performances for Best Supporting Actress that come to mind are Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, America Ferrera for Barbie, Penelope Cruz for Ferrari, Sandra Hüller for The Zone of Interest, Julianne Moore for May December, Rachel McAdams for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, Viola Davis for Air, and Niecy Nash-Betts for Origin. Those are the supporting actress performances that come to mind, but none of them feel like a surefire prediction like Lily Gladstone was when we thought she'd be here. But there are also a lot of performances that I haven't seen yet and have garnered a fair bit of buzz surrounding them. They include Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, Taraji P. Henson for The Color Purple as well, Jodie Foster for Nyad, Davine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, Erica Alexander for American Fiction, and Rosamund Pike for Saltburn. And who knows, maybe there's someone that I haven't mentioned that could end up surprising and winning. But yeah, this race is wide open. It could even be like last year's Best Supporting Actress race in that it could end up being the hardest acting category to call out of all four of them. I will be doing a deep dive on that category soon. If you don't want to miss that, click subscribe. But there you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts on the announcement that Lily Gladstone is now campaigning for Best Actress. I think it's awesome that she's decided to go for lead, even though I think she would have a much smoother and easier journey if she went supporting. But yeah, mad respect for her. But what do you guys think? Do you think she should have gone lead? Do you think she would have had a better chance in supporting? What are your predictions for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress now? Whatever you think, do let me know in that comment section down below. I love hearing from you guys. If you guys have enjoyed this video, help me out by hitting that little thumbs up button. It's great for the algorithm. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars-related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Harefield, and I'll see you next time.